Greetings, everybody, and welcome to my world. I am your host, Tanko90. I am the one, the only Lady of War, the Queen of different hair colors, and a bunch of other things. And I welcome you. First, disclaimer, whatever you want to call it, I am sick. Yes, I should wait till I'm better to do this video, but I'm way too excited because I have a special project I started about a year ago, so last January, so 2025, and that had to be put on hold because I was supposed to move to the United States to be with my boyfriend. I didn't have a job. Now I have a job, so the project's being picked up. And as I say, or rather, be that as it may, or maybe not, as you can tell, my brain's not working, so I still think I should have done this when I'm better, but I'm too excited, way too excited. So today we are going to be doing something, but first I'm just going to explain some things very quickly before my voice goes hoarse, and then I start, or however you say it, and then I just start coughing fits and I can't breathe. So yeah, I am still sick. I'm still recovering. I'm easily ill. By the way, I'll be experimenting with, I should have said this at the beginning of the video, I'll be experimenting with segments. I've never done that before in a YouTube video, so there will be an ability to bypass all this, like, yapping. Now, I don't have a good room. I don't have a good setup for what I'm trying to do. This is being done pretty much just as I can. As you can maybe tell, my room is not the prettiest thing behind me. I have cleared this little corner, this little area as best I can. All right. Now, I do have a curious question. I will see something because, believe it or not, I don't know my phone that well. Let me see something for a second. I just took a screenshot. That is not what we want. Okay, so I can't reverse. I can't turn my camera. So let's get to the point of what we're doing today. Today we are going to be slinging, or re-slinging, because that makes more sense, my 1903 Springfield. Her name is Samantha, and she is a Pedersen device version. I will explain that. Again, if you want to get just to the slinging, there will be a segment for that if you don't want to really listen to me yammer on. Also, I will try to show the rifle. My camera seems to zoom in a lot. Sorry, my camera zooms in a lot more than I like it to, and so it's going to be a little hard for me to show. So, for example, I have to put my mobile all the way over here, and now you guys can see that the rifle is right here. Okay, she was my last acquisition. All right. What is a Pedersen device? I believe I'm saying it right. Pedersen. The Pedersen device, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. And yes, I could have Googled it before doing the video, but again, the brains are half here and they're half not. If you'll notice, there is, and yes, the lighting in my room sucks too, sorry. Actually, yeah, because the lighting sucks, I should be doing it this way. Hang on. You might be able to see this, you might not be able to. There is this little here, right here, okay? You might be wondering what that's for. Very simple. The Pedersen device was because 1918 was going to be seen as yet another year of the First World War, of course, because nobody knew that 11/11 would be the end of it, and whatnot. For an offensive, the Americans wanted more firepower. Germany had the MP-18. Also, I will interject this very quickly. My historical facts are not always accurate. / I took a lot of damage to my brain over my life. Some things are accurate, some things I forget over time, okay? Again, I apologize if it's wrong, but I think it's mostly right. Let's go with this. Anyway, Germany had the MP-18. America was like, bruh. So you can see it in Battlefield 1. It's actually something you can do in Battlefield 1, which I thought it was cool. I don't play Battlefield 1. The Pedersen device was another, if you will, bolt. So you would remove your 1903 bolt, which I know how to do, luckily. I haven't cleaned her yet. Sam has yet to be stripped and cleaned. I want to do that on a stream, actually. So you would remove your standard bolt, you would put in the Pedersen, which was its own mechanism, and then it would actually have a groove in it to where you can feed a box. The rounds are very small. Bear in mind that the MP-18 was also, again, if I'm not mistaken, using 9mm parabellum, like the Luger. So, like, hang on, I think I just started the video accidentally. And so it was also a small round. I don't remember the caliber. And it would allow, it literally turned the 5-round bolty into a, again, don't quote me, 30-round SMG. You now had an SMG. Your rifle was an SMG now. And so that was the whole thing. When I originally got Sam, I thought this was some sort of like miraculous, amazing, version of a 1903 I got. That was not the case. The Pedersen device and the cutout were done to both existing and newer, freshly made 1903s. And it just was a thing. Like, they just did it. The problem is when the war ended, there was no point in it, and a lot of those devices were either lost, as they mostly are, or they sat in storages, they ended up in museums, things like this. My Sam didn't see the war. I checked Springfield's numbers. Okay, she's from 1919. A lot of my weapons are old, so a quick overview for those who do not know this. I own 2 Austro-Hungarian Mannlichers. One is the long rifle. And if you guys want to see videos on these, please ask me. I'm willing to make the videos to show them. I love my weapons. I am a very fortunate Canadian that I have, not to talk politics, but that I have access to still some fine weaponry. I have 1 Italian Carcano cavalry carbine. As I said, 2 Mannlichers. One is the original long rifles when they thought they'd still be shooting over shoulders and things. And then the other one is the cut down later carbine that everybody realized, like, for trench warfare, you need something that wasn't getting caught on the trench walls, let alone the guy in front of you, keep bashing the dude behind you. And also, like, oops, it's in the mud now, like, and stuff. So, all my guns are old. The Mannlichers are 124 years old, I'm not kidding. They are both dated 1901. And the Carcano is the only one I haven't tracked down, but I'd say by the fascist numbers, she's anywhere between the rise of Mussolini and his government. So let's say like mid-20s to somewhere, maybe the fall. That one I didn't track down. Anyway, we are going to be, with the help of a video, which, bear with me, like, it's going to take me a while to do this. I'm going to do it in reverse like they did, because I realize you guys won't really see it. And honestly, due to the limitations of my camera and the room, you guys aren't going to really see everything anyway. We are going to, I can't believe I got this off Amazon, put this sling on her. Because none of my rifles have slings. The Carcano came with a sling, and the sling deteriorated. It literally fell apart. And that Carcano's seen better days. And I really mean it's seen better days. It's actually my most messed up rifle. It really needs love. Like, there's chunks of wood missing from the stock. It's nicked and scratched. It's probably the one that, if I had to guess, won't fire. If I had to guess. It's probably, or blow up in my face. I have to have armorers look at them, because I don't want to take these to the range without someone who's a professional telling me, like, yay or nay. Yes, I have a merch cup. Yes, I just have to try to be that person and sell a merch cup, even though I'll put the merch store in the link, but I don't expect people to buy anything. I just thought it would be cute to put it in there. But if you guys want to see my other rifles, ask. Also, most of my rifles have bayonets. I don't have her bayonet, but I'm going to get one eventually. Funny, I can get my hands on those. Anyway, we're going to go to the point. So, there's also going to be a link to the YouTube video I'm using. I'm very lucky that there's actually a video showing how you do it. And not just how you sling it, how you use it. And I didn't even know there were firing positions for the slings. That's actually cool. I didn't know you can actually wrap the sling around your arm to steady your shooting. I'm watching this while I was like waiting for my new shift to start, because I have a new job. It's only like 3 weeks that I just passed my 3rd week, and I'm like, huh, I didn't know. Again, none of my rifles have slings, so why am I gonna look at sling positions and things, right? So worst case, if I struggle with this, I will do it my way. Okay, I will do looking like I'm gonna try to do like in their video where they're doing it towards the camera, but if my brain can't do it, I'm just gonna turn it around and do it my way. Okay. Sorry, I just grabbed my bedspread there. It's a little harder this way. I have less room this way. Sorry, hopefully I didn't fucking flash anyone. I know I have panties on, but still. Okay, all right, Fiona, I get it. You're falling asleep. My laptop. She's like, fuck off you too. United States rifle caliber .30 model of 1917. It's not what I have, but it's the same thing. Sling's the same and everything. Gunsling 1907. That's what matters. This is a 1907. Although it is funny to note that the reproducer of these, because these are reproduced, there's no way this is an original for what I paid of like 26 something on Amazon. They stamped it 1942. And it says, I think it says like Stinger Company 1942 or something. It's either Singer or Stinger. I think it's Singer, actually. I actually thought that it said 1917, and I kind of hoped it would have. But anyway, it's okay. 42 is just as good.
The standard sling for the model of 1917 rifle is the M1907 gunsling made of leather. It can be used for either carrying or steadying the rifle. Components of the sling.
That's the first portion I need, so I need to pause it, and I need to break them down by their components, just like they did. There is a long bit, a short bit, and there are two... Okay, so pretty much the bits are being held by the loops. So, let's do this. Short strap with a D-ring, including long strap, short strap with a D-ring, and then two other moves. Yes, I am struggling. I am still sick, so I am very weak as far as that concept is concerned. Unfortunately, a lot of my strength is lacking due to being sick. Which is great when you work in a warehouse and you need strength. It's so great. Alright, so what they did is they put down their hook and D-ring. These nuts. Sorry. See, can't make jokes. It's not funny. I hope you guys can see, like I said, yeah, that's the edge of my laptop. I really wish I had a better setup than this, but I actually just don't have the setup. Because, like, I don't have aerial cameras. I don't even have a camera. Maybe if I wasn't sick, I would have actually gotten someone to be my cameraman. But I'm not infecting people. I have a strong rule about sharing. I know sharing is caring, but not when it's, not when, it's a fucking cold or flu and stuff. Alright, and then they have this one. I just caught the freaking bolt. This way. Oh, come on. Don't spare me the problems, lady. She's like, freaking things are like, haha. Like, fuck off. Alright. And then we got our two loops. I mean, I guess you guys can see pretty well. It's not that bad, I guess. But anyway.
Sling include a long strap, short strap with D-ring, and two keepers.
Keepers. That's what they're called. Sorry. Okay, so now I think you start with the short. No, you start with the long.
To set up the sling for installation, take the feed end of the long strap right side up and thread it through a keeper with the stitching down.
Okay, wait. Okay. Take the end of the long strap, grain up, and you take the keeper, stitching down, and you run it through, which I believe it already was that way, and I kind of undid it, but whatever. I think it came that way, but it's fine. Yeah, see, the only thing that separates mine from theirs is theirs has like brass hooks, and like the D-ring is brass, like it should. Mine are not, but that's okay, because honestly, I wasn't really looking for complete accuracy. I know I should as someone who does believe in complete accuracy, but I gotta say, shopping for stuff in Canada is very complicated for weapons. I might not have looked well enough. I might be talking mad shit, but I've always have complications, especially for the rare weapons, like my M95s. Forget it. Finding anything for them is like nigh impossible. Like, I have one box of ammunition for them. One box of 20, and it cost me 55 Canadian. The Carcano 2 boxes I have didn't cost me that much, and the one box of 30 odd 6 didn't cost me that much. And it was like, wow. And I cannot find any more. At least not last I looked, I couldn't find any more.
Take the short strap, sway it side up, and thread the feed end of the long strap down through the D-ring. Bring the feed end of the long strap back underneath itself and through the keeper.
Sorry. Okay, so now we take the D-ring, but the grain downwards, and then we take U through it and underneath itself, and then back through its keeper. And yes, I do apologize that none of the YouTube videos I said that would appear on my YouTube have, because I've been so busy and then I got sick. So starting the new job and then I got sick, I haven't had a chance to do them. However, I've noticed there's a problem with my World in Conflict original recordings. I will reiterate on it when I actually upload them, but I never noticed. The game is louder than I am. You hear none of my commentary, though I'm not sure if there's really any commentary. At the time, I used to mainly just record me playing the game for the sake of playing the game, so my commentary lacking might not really be that important. And that's the whole playthrough, by the way. That's back in the day when I failed to understand levels of sound.
Adjust the long strap so the D-ring is about 6 pairs of holes from the upper hook.
Alright, and he says adjust the long strap so the D-ring is 6 pairs of holes from the upper hook. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've done this right, but that's okay. I didn't plan on this going absolutely correctly the first time. Okay, well, I kind of see where... Okay, I kind of see where I went wrong anyway. I think you're supposed to feed... Hang on, let me try to go back just a little bit. Supposed to feed... No, it's not. Ooh, that's fresh leather. Love it. Always has that smell too. And then you want the D-ring 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want... It's also possible that, just because mine is, like, new, maybe what they're using is, like, looks like that might be an original, though I'm not entirely sure, but it's okay. Like I said, we go with the flow. We try. Doesn't work well.
Take the feed end of the long strap, sway it side up, and thread it through the second keeper, stitching down.
Alright, now they say take this end, grain down, stitching up, I believe he said? No, stitching down, sorry. Keeper. I feel like I think I know where I went wrong with this. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Hang on, I'm gonna go back. Like I just was never gonna be like one go.
Up, down to the D-ring. Bringing the feed end of the long strap back underneath itself and through the keeper. Adjust the long strap so the D-ring.
Oh, I think I know what I did wrong. So let me attempt to just reverse this for the most part. Alright. Alright. I think I know what I did wrong. So. Okay. So he says, okay, I see. Feed it through. I know exactly what I'm doing wrong. Or at least I think I know. I pray I know. And then, as he said, feed it through and then feed it underneath. Okay. Come on, Cicarella. Show those muscles! There we go. Guns like shit. I bet this sling's like I better behave. Freaking humans having an aneurysm.
Is about 6 pairs of holes from the upper hook.
Wait a minute. I'm just gonna go back one more time.
Straight side up.
Mm-hmm.
Thread the feed end of the long strap down to the D-ring.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing the feed end of the long strap back underneath itself and through the keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Adjust the long strap so the D-ring is about 6 pairs of holes from the upper hook.
Okay, wait. I believe I was doing it right. I just think it's because mine is like so new. This is probably where people are watching this video going, they gave her guns. Sometimes I wonder. I passed that damn test, but you know what? Like, I did my shit. I did my time. I did my classes, my 8-hour classes and everything. So, fuck it. I deserve my shit. I think it's like this. They have less slack on theirs. I'm just hoping that because mine is maybe new, there's a little more slack. Like, I'm trying not to giggle here, but their hole failed is not as big as mine. But again, I think it's because mine is still new. Mine is unworked. This is fresh leather. This is about exactly how it's supposed to be. So I'll let the video move on and we'll see what we end up with in the end.
Take the feed end of the long strap, straight side up, thread it through the second keeper, stitching down.
So he has it go all the way, at least past all the holes. So, and now he presents it. Sorry for the sighing, by the way. My stomach's hurting me just a little bit. I'm either getting really excited or I'm just feeling really lightheaded, or weak or whatever, which makes sense there of what I have, but I think I'm just getting excited. I'm going to go with that as a response instead. Ow.
The sling is now set up to install on the rifle. To install, orient the sling so the short strap is toward the butt of the rifle.
Short strap at butt.
Thread the feed end of the long strap, brain side toward the rifle, through the upper sling swivel.
Okay. This is where now I have to reorient Sam just a little bit so you guys can hopefully see this. So this is kind of where it's going to get a little dicey, I think. Like, I Yeah, like there's the, that's two front, my bad, yo. This is the one we want. So you guys can see that probably. So he says bring it back. Okay, so move it, grain down through her. Alright, this is not that hard. Of course, I shouldn't talk shit till it's done there. But
Bring it back toward the butt of the rifle.
Wait. I looked down at my thumb and wasn't paying much attention, but I think I saw what he did. Hang on. It shouldn't be that hard. FYI, if you're new to my world and you never seen my streams, that's innuendo filled. Like, anything makes me giggle. Like, I'm immature beyond belief. What? Sorry.
The feed end of the long strap, grain side toward the rifle, through the upper sling swivel.
Also, I should probably point out that, yes, I may seem immature. I see what he's doing. I may seem immature, but I like bringing my own flavor to my videos, even if this should have been a serious video, and originally it was meant to be serious. It's not going to be not with me. Unless I'm talking about something, like I do have a video on the YouTube where I disclose that I had a visitor, so to speak. That was something serious, and that's like one of the few times a video will never have me being myself. Otherwise, you're probably going to have me being myself no matter what. So that's exactly what he's done. So it's gone through, and now it's coming through the keeper again. That's what I need to see. I need to see if all the holes had traversed through, and they did, in effect.
Bring it back toward the butt of the rifle and through the upper keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Then place the upper hook in the third or fourth pair of holes near the feed end of the long strap.
Hang on. He says, and then place the hook between the third or fourth pair of holes. But his hand, understandably, is in the way, and it makes it a little bit hard to see how many he actually uses. Because I'm just going to go with the video, and then in time I'll figure out how I actually like it.
Then place the upper hook in the third or fourth pair of holes near the feed end of the long strap.
Okay, he went for the fourth. So, I will do the same, just because. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I believe this has got to go back because it's choking it, so to speak. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's too much. There we go. I was like, it's not going in, and then it went in too much, and I was like, whoops.
The upper loop should hang down to about the pistol grip of the rifle, but is adjusted for the shooter's preference.
And then he says this little loop over here should hang down just below the butt of the rifle, which it kind of does. It actually is, but it is, as he says, it is adjusted for the shooter's preference. But it is, like, that's the thing. It's actually, it's about exactly, if not almost exactly like the video. Save for maybe, like, I might have done one, like, I might have my keepers slightly different. That's about it, really.
Take the lower hook on the short strap and feed it through the rear sling swivel.
And now
Toward the rifle.
And now we feed the lower hook. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear the video, so like me kind of repeating it is a little bit pointless, but I don't think you guys can see that. Now you can. Okay. Come on, Sam. I figured this would be a problem. All right. Come on, baby girl. Please be nice for mommy. Please be nice for mommy. No? Okay. Hang on. This will take a little time. This will take a little time because I'm still very weak. So, like, I don't have enough force to really... Like, I don't have enough strength in my fingers right now. They're very, very tired. But we are on the right track. It's just a question of me getting it right and, you know, not losing my mind. What? Wow. I already eaten that already, trying to get that through. Holy shit, yo. Don't know what I'm singing there. I'm just like humming random shit. Let's see if maybe doing it to the side. He also does it like he has it like this kind of. Okay, this is the portion I might cut out, like video editing wise, because if this takes too long, I'm gonna like cut this out. Okay, here's a random thought. It's only a random, non-necessary thought. I really hope it's because it wasn't machined too thick. Because sometimes, if your shit is off by a millimeter, well, that millimeter counts. Alright, we got it, but not after ingenuity. So, it took 2 hours for me to get the first two, not screws, rivets, through. The third one wouldn't come through. It took an hour for the first two, and another hour to do the third, which never moved. Okay, I lost hope. I went to my dad. I was like, can you help me? So my initial assumption was correct. When I had said initially, I think they didn't craft it properly, I was correct. My father, which I now wish I got it on YouTube while he was doing this, took a meat tenderizer, a screwdriver, and a shaver, and not only shaved the excess tops, the excess tops of these rivets, he also opened the swivel loop. Sorry, this video was supposed to be an hour max, so my brain's like gone now. Swivel loops, along with the screwdriver. And then he used that, I held the rifle up and used that to also force it through. Anyway, my assumption was correct. So unfortunately though, I will grab the cell phone to show you this. In both his doing and my doing, we have now in effect kind of like made this all rough. Like, this was beautiful and it looked elegant and new. Here's when I tried pliers. I also tried pliers. There's plier mark. And, you know, I scuffed it a little bit. But you know what? I even scuffed the rifle, unfortunately, a little. There's a little scuffing there. Those weren't there before, unfortunately. And this is all, like, covered in the bottom of the loop. I'm sorry. I can't see if you guys can see this very well. I'm so sorry. Is all covered in, you know, the same color as those. So, that is that. But we have now arrived at the final portion of this, which is great because it's almost 3 hours since I started this. So once again, we're going to go and we're going to put this again because this keeps coming undone. 1, 2, 3, 4. He said 4 along. I will go back on the video to confirm that though because I no longer trust myself. So hang on a second.
Bring it back toward the butt of the rifle and through the upper keeper. Then place the upper hook in the third or fourth pair of poles near the feet end of the long strap.
Bam, we did it. We got it. That's what we wanted.
The upper loop should hang down to about the pistol grip of the rifle, but is adjusted for the shooter's preference. Take the lower hook on the short strap and feed it through the rear sling swivel brain sight toward the rifle. Engage the lower hook in a pair of holes below the upper hook.
Okay. And then he says, engage this. Okay. Below the lower hook. So we would do it this way. So obviously I've done something wrong, clearly. Because I've got way more slack here than his video, or their video rather. I believe they're a group. So I've got a little bit too much, but that's okay, I think. Yeah, I've got a little too much somewhere here. I'm not entirely sure. Here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's pull just a little bit more here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the 4. Let's bring this in just a little. That's a lot more better. That's tight. It wasn't tight before.
Sling is now attached to the rifle.
3 hours later. Alright. 3 hours later, she's now reslung. As I said, I don't think it's 100% accurate, okay? I mean, this is pretty good for my broad shoulders, but I don't think, okay, this is a little loose, my adjustable sight's a little loose. Hang on a second, and I think I know why, because it wasn't righty-tighty, it was lefty-loosey. Sorry, I'm just going to fix that right now, because that's going to drive me apeshit. And Sam almost just bought me on the head for all the time and pain I've put her through, and honestly, I would have deserved it. I would not be mad. Alright. Now we're going to look at the adjustment. Sorry. Yeah, this is going to be one hell of a long and not so long video, because so much of it's going to be cut. Adjustment. This might take me some time to get used to as well. Okay, so apparently the portion that should have followed the last portion, in which Sam almost hit me on the head, was actually the video is actually this way. And so I have to re-record this, which is fine. That's what happens when you use a cell phone and you don't have a proper space where your desktop is. My desktop is in a corner, which is awesome until it's not. Now, in the last portion, I showed you all the damage that I caused, and I said how we used a meat tenderizer and a screwdriver and a file. I said a shaver, it's a file, and stuff. So the next portion was me struggling to simply tighten and loosen the strap. Okay, we're going to attempt to loosen the strap because I need it for something soon. For a part of the sorry, I'm still getting over this. It's getting better, but I have to work on my special project after this. Keep going through stuff on it, so I kind of need to loosen her anyway. Okay, cool, awesome. So we didn't do the tightening. The original one shows me trying to tighten it and loosen it and get angry. Well, not angry, but like, at the time I didn't come to the realization that, by the way, I'm going to say it now. I know it's not going to make much sense because I already recorded the after portion before realizing I had to record this portion. So what's going to come after this part is not going to make sense. Okay, like you're just going to be like, okay. So anyway, not to go into it too much, but the initial portion I just had to remove. Effectively, I struggle. I get upset. The video is longer than it's got to be. It's already getting longer than it's got to be. Awesome. So this is as best as I can do for now. That's the best I can do. It's supposed to be way more taut than this. All of this should be straight. I get that. The leather's still new. We're moving on. Now, I am going to attempt to loosen it, but that goes as well as the tightening. So we're going to try it. I know it's hard to see. I'm going to try it this way. I'm going to rest her barrel on my bed, and we're going to try it. So now this keeper can come down, which of course now it's mating with all the leather, so it's not going to want to move. Okay, wait, let me actually try to get a good, like a better angle on it. Yeah, see, my right arm is stronger than my left, but I don't want this video being longer than it's got to be. Okay, well, the adverse effect is now the leather is becoming one with itself, which is great, I guess. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to try to pull that center one. That center one is the issue, it's right, because it's so thick. Giggity. Don't want this video being too long. I will call it if I can't get it. I don't want the video being longer than it has to be. And I've got many other things I have to do today, so I'm a very busy, sick girl. But who isn't in this day and age, right? Who doesn't come to the weekend and have like 6 things they have to do, or 7 things, or 8, right? Okay, this is not... I know it's because I'm not doing it right, but if the keeper doesn't move, then it won't do it anyway. It doesn't matter how hard I try. It's moving a little bit. There we go. Come on, baby, come on. Work for mommy. You know, sometimes, I'm just going to say this as a thought, I don't listen to the things I say. It's like, come on, baby, work for mommy. And if like someone's like outside my door being like, what? And they hear like leather noises, it's like, what are you doing in there? I mean, hey, if that's what they think, I'm loving it. I will milk that thought. I'll be like, oh yeah, it's totally what's happening in here. Like, and okay, there you go. I just lost one of my hooks, which is fine because it's pretty much like if the keeper doesn't come every... if the keeper doesn't come, the whole thing's going to come apart. There we go. Okay, so I kind of... fought it on my own here. I know that doesn't make any sense. But pretty much what I just did is I just, like, kind of cheated to get it undone. There we go. So, it isn't loose just yet. We now have to, like, actually do this the right way, which is... move this keeper back up just a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm not used to doing it like this. This is gonna take a while. Of course, again, I'm losing the straps. The straps, or the hooks rather, are coming loose, and I'm also struggling to keep her straight. Again, I wanted an entire table with a camera that hung over that I wanted to do this at, but it's fine. Again, let's stop with the descriptions. The video is getting too long. Get to the point. All right. Okay, if it continues to fight me, I will do it from the side, which I think you're technically, like, in the video, they were, like, holding the rifle, like, kind of like this and doing it, but anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, hold between here. I'm gonna do the cheaty way, which is this way. This is not how you're supposed to do it, by the way. This is probably why it's not working for me, because I'm not doing it how you're supposed to. Okay. Everything is testing my patience in a bad way now. So, but you know what? I can cry about that all I like. If I would do it right, it probably would work. Like, I'm literally causing my own heartache. So, there we go. Kinda. And again, it's currently because the keeper is so stiff. This little guy here is supposed to go in between. Nobody laugh. It's supposed to go in between the other 2 straps, but the keeper hasn't opened up enough. So when that one tries to slip through, this is where all my problems are coming from. The keeper is the one that needs to widen a little bit. Once it widens and it conforms, right, because the strap is new, it won't be such a pain. Like, I know this is not really right. I love my hair, but I hate my hair. I love it. Like, it's just so pointless to the video. I'm sorry, that's so gross. So pointless to the video, but I like my hair. It's just that the few times it goes like in my mouth, I'm like, anyway. Back to the point, lady. Nobody cares about your hair. Okay, alright. Jesus. The rifle's like, who the hell are you talking to? Crazy? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna end the video here because this is the best I can do right now until I get a better idea of what I'm doing here. It's not gonna be any better. So this is the best I can do for now. I know it's not right. It's certainly not right. Like I said, this strap is my problem right now. This strap and the keeper is my literally Achilles heel right now. It's really what's causing me a lot of problems. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this video is definitely not as perfect as I wanted it to be, but I don't want people seeing that part of my bed. Okay, sorry. It's not as perfect as it could be, but as I said in the original ending, I am I go for the unscripted thing. None of this is supposed to be scripted. Would I like things to be perfect? Yeah, sure, but nothing is ever perfect in real life. None of us are perfect. So hey, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you all. Thank you for watching. If you want to see my other guns, please say so in the comments below, and I will attempt to make more videos. They're going to be like this, though, because until I have a better place to do it, it's going to be on the cell phone, and I'm going to have to do the best that I can. Stay safe, stay awesome. Surprise, surprise. I know I ended the video, but I just want to add this little tidbit to the end of it. So after fighting with it last night and so on and so forth, I realized that I had actually done it right. So I know it's hard to see again because I've got just really rancid lighting in this room and stuff, but the issue that I was having, and I'm still having it, as you can tell, it's not completely taut, almost said tote, is because it is new leather. Okay, it hasn't been touched or worked because I just got it. This follower, not the right term, keeper, there we go, didn't want to play nice with this one over here because it's still new, right? It hasn't expanded. So overnight, I allowed it to expand a little and I was able to push it more. So realistically, in time, though I think I've still done something wrong somewhere, I will confess this, I think I did something wrong somewhere. In time, this should get right. So it's not going to move now. I have gone in the process of undoing it, redoing it, undoing it, redoing it at least twice because I suspect I still messed something up. As far as I know, I haven't. It's just new. It's going to take time. So for now, this is the best shooting I'm going to have it in. I can easily do this. I can hold her like this. Personally, though, I know she would get snagged. I would prefer if it was loose, because I don't like feeling all of this under my hand. I would prefer to do it this way. And in fact, this might be a better way for me to have it. But otherwise, it's the best that it's going to be. Also, I know why I've got black, and maybe some people who saw the video might have already figured this one out. I realized while looking it up because I bought some oil, so I'm going to oil this as well just so it's a little more loose. The reason I have the black here instead of the original bronze is because I didn't realize I got myself a World War II variant and not the World War I as I had originally wanted, but I'm not going to go and waste my time getting another one to fix such a minute oopsie that doesn't actually bother me. Yes, the World War I 1917 issued ones would have been what Sam would have had coming off the assembly line in 1919, even with the war over. But I can just argue that years and years of use come World War II, when they issued her to a sniper or to rear troops, or even before that, somebody probably just, they reslung her. There you go. There's a story. There's a little backstory right there. Nothing important. So yeah, that's all I wanted to add, even though I'm attaching this to the end of the video. Just because I wanted to make the update not another video, just completely just be like, okay, look, it is kind of right, it's just I gotta work it,